this is definitely this is something that cannot be ignored. Now, everybody knows what it means to be silent, to observe. Some people don't want to be seen. That's cool. Everybody not gonna be able to hide though. We say, that people are at war with us. A lot of people, a lot of times people, a lot of people are ignoring. A lot of our people are ignoring what's happening to our babies. And you're not going to be able to keep talking about you are at war and all this war talk and all of this right here, and then think you're going to keep the blinders on and thinking that it's just going to just go away. You say you're not Christians. Whatever your religious belief is, if it's not working and it's not panning out no real tangible results when it comes down to protecting these women, our women and children, you're going to have to hang it up. Whatever John Henry Clark said, and for those who don't know who John Henry Clark is, look him up if you're interested. Whatever is not attached to our liberation is going to have to be discarded. But I didn't turn this camera on to talk to you about religion. That's your business. But what I do know is that we got over 1 million, 10, 100 million guns aimed at our heads. I'm not about to get unraveled. I'm not about to get emotional. But what I am going to do, I'm going to talk about what's going on. Whether or not if you choose to listen, I'm not here for fans or none of that. But I'm going to, as a black man, I have a right to be pissed off. I have a right to use my voice, and I'm going to use it. Lee Daniels, any of these provocateurs that's helping these devils to attack the minds of our children have to be resisted. Now, how you go about resisting it, that's your business. Okay? Because I'm not coming here acting like I'm nobody's leader. I'm one though. I am one black man that give a damn. And that's the position that I'm speaking from. You ain't got to follow me. You ain't even so much got to listen to me. But I tell you what you are going to listen to. When your sons and your nephews and your grandsons and cousins start coming home and instead of them saying, mama, daddy, I want to introduce you to my girlfriend or to my female prom date, when they start coming through that door and they start saying, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend, then you won't have no other choice but to listen to it then. See, you ain't got to listen to me or anybody else that's trying to tell you about this shit. But what you will listen to, you gonna listen to reality. Now, they done desensitized our mind, our black people's minds with these homosexual cartoons. They done desensitized the black community's minds with these homosexual narratives on Netflix and on every other medium wherein they have been slowly but surely introducing these narratives up underneath your thinking cap to get you used to it. They got it all in the commercials. They got it all in front of you. A lot of you, when you go to work, your boss and your employers are homosexuals. Your co-workers are homosexuals. You see what I'm saying? So they got it in your face. Then what we don't want to talk about is you got homosexuals in your family and you're compromising with it. If you compromising with this on the home front in your household, if you're compromising with this at the family reunion, at the party, at the job, if you exercising niceties because your cousin is down with it, your son and your daughter down with it, some of your wives and your husbands might be down with it. Shit, I don't know. Only you know whether or not, and I'm speaking to the public, This ain't directed no one individual. You know what you're down with. You know what's going on inside your families. You know what's going on inside your household. So what I'm saying is if you don't have a domestic front line, if you are not standing up in your own households, if you're compromising with this inside your families, then you don't even have a voice. You don't have no say-so whatsoever when it comes down to these issues. Now, a lot of people are going to dress this over and say, oh, well, you know, it's just a movie. No, it's not just a movie. Everything is political. Everything is political. Because the only thing that Lee Daniels is doing is opening up the door for the floodgates. Because see, once they he said in the source article, he said that it's not his next movie, but it's in the pipeline. So what they doing is they got the feelers out. And if y'all don't make no noise, if black people don't make no damn noise and shut this shit down now, if you don't make no noise about it now, then that's going to communicate the message to the likes of Lee Daniel that there ain't gonna be no backlash from it. The backlash got to start now. The Source magazine, suspect. Any magazine that airs this narrative or allows their platform to be utilized as a marketing catalyst for this sickness, all suspect. All suspect. Because if you're advertising it in a positive light and you bigging Lee Daniels up or anybody like him as if like this is something that we need to be looking forward to, then you suspect. That means that you definitely have to be down with the program. You got to be down with the program if you helping to advertise this sickness in our communities. I don't care who don't like me. I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I'ma say it. If you come after me in any kind of way, we'll deal with it when the time comes. I'm not a social media gangster. I'm not gonna fight you on social media, cause I already know how y'all do. So when you come after me, make sure you come after me the right way. Because just like y'all feel like y'all got the right to push this poison in our communities, this is a psychosexual molestation of our children. Because anytime you got a grown man that's advertising a sexuality that's aimed at the psychology of our children, that's a psychological raping. That is a psychosexual molestation of black children. When we was growing up, I was born in the 70s. When we was growing up, we did not have to see homosexuals in no movie as no superhero. So we whether or not we done got conscious and we know that we don't worship and praise the white images of no Superman and no Batman and all of that, but we damn sure didn't have no homosexual superheroes. So they gonna have our little boys with a cape on, switching, running through the house, acting like they mama. And y'all got to make some noise about that. Because if you don't make no noise about this shit now, then it's going to be too late when your sons and your nephews and your little boy cousins and grandsons is flying around, running around in the street saying, Daddy, I don't celebrate Halloween. But a lot of our people do. Okay? So when your son come home and say, Daddy, I want to be super bitch for Halloween, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when your sons and your grandsons and your uncles, and your nephews and your cousins come home, little boys 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, and say, Daddy or uncle or grandpa, I want to be super bitch at the Halloween party at school tomorrow. What you gonna do? You better act like you know that this is a serious situation. If you are a black man, you need to make sure whether you at your job, whether or not if you at the gun club, whether or not if you at the bar, whether or not wherever you at, if you at the gas station pumping gas, you need to be smashing on this movie. I don't give a damn if you walking in the street, if you on the basketball court, football field, if wherever it is that black men gather, this need to be an issue. This need to be smashed on in every possible way that it can be smashed on in order to show our discontent for this blatant disrespect and weapon that have been formed against black manhood. If you a black man and you don't care about this, I got to think that something got to be wrong with you. Something got to be wrong with you if you see a flaming homosexual making a movie about a homosexual superhero that's aimed directly at our children. That's what I got to say about it. I'm using my voice to say what I got to say about it. You, whatever it is that you choose to do, you best to do something, say something about it. Because I'm telling you, it's just the beginning of our woes. Now, you got all the people saying, oh, well, you know, this been going on. That don't make it no better. It's a lot of black families that's been keeping it a secret. You know your son is this way, your brother this way. Y'all helping this thing to be perpetuated. You got to start blackballing and you got to start ostracizing this trash if you don't want this thing to live. If you don't want it to be perpetuated in the community, then you got to stop making excuses for it. You got to stop making excuses for behavior that's not right and exact. If you're not going to take a stand and you're not going to stand firm on what you know is right and exact, then you are not counted. You will not be counted amongst the mighty. You will not be counted amongst the mighty. If you are afraid to do whatever it is that you can do to resist these attacks, then you will not be counted amongst the mighty. Because this don't make no damn sense. Now, is it time to be quiet? Is it time to be invisible? I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, you know, I'm hiding out. What you hiding out for? What, you on the run? I'm a felon. Okay? Some of y'all ain't never been to prison. Ain't got no felony. Got all of the rights, so-called rights, available to you. What you hiding for? What you scared of? If I'm not scared, what you scared of? You ain't got nothing to be scared of. Half of y'all is afraid of a speeding ticket. So you afraid to use your voice? Hiding out, acting like you don't want nobody to know who you are. This is me right here. I'm not afraid of a living soul on this planet. Because one thing about it, it ain't nothing that can be done to me that I can't do to the next person. So, what y'all afraid to lose y'all jobs? What is the fear factor of it got to have a face or a definition as to why are black people sitting back watching these people homosexualize our children? Now, you might not care about it for your damn self, but you mean to tell me that you're going to sit back and act like you don't see this critter aiming his sexual pedophilic guns at the minds of our children? Now, I don't know how to shut it down by myself. I don't know. I don't got that answer. But one thing that I do know is that it's up to the people as a whole to make sure that these people, in whatever way that is possible, to let these people know that we will not support no homosexual superhero movie in our community. They ought not even put it inside the movie theater inside of the black community. Why is it that they don't got a white homosexual superhero flaunting and switching and twitching for white young boys to look up to? Don't you see that this is a blatant attack that go deeper than just entertainment? They are basically saying that they already done effeminized the black male image, despite popular belief. I can't even go out in the damn street. It used to be a time where you could walk down the street and you could see brothers and you could feel some sense of identification between you and the next man. It ain't like that no more. They got black men out here in the street, and I'm not speaking about everybody. But if you're a real black man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't even go out in public and see another brother and feel like you can identify with this brother. Because it is something going on in the midst of their behavior, whether it's how they sitting, how they holding their hand, how they dressing, how they walking. It's something ain't right. And if it walk like a duck, and it look like a duck, and it quack like a duck, then goddamn it, I'ma treat it like it's a duck. When I come across another man, when I come across another black man, if I have to even guess, if I got to think twice whether or not something wrong with you, I'ma think something wrong with you. We not supposed to even have to think that way about each other. So now you mean to tell me that the black community nationwide is about to let a flaming homosexual named Lee Daniels produce and direct a homosexual superhero and give it to us like it's gold, and y'all gonna be quiet about it? I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I fight for you. I bleed for you. I done did time for you. But I tell you one thing. I refuse to fight for people that will not fight for y'all self. See what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all got these little prissy ass jobs. Y'all got these little amenities and all of these little, you know what I'm saying, things that y'all afraid to lose, things that y'all afraid to risk, or whatever your thing is. But don't think that you're gonna sit your ass on social media and think that you're gonna call for all these things that you want to happen. You're gonna call for all of these mighty actions to be taken, and you thinking that you want somebody else to fight for you. Ain't nobody about to fight for your ass if you ain't gonna fight for yourself. If somebody walk up to you and slap the shit out you and you don't do nothing about it, and I see it, if you ain't a child or an elderly person or a debilitated person, if you are well enough and able enough to fight that battle and you don't fight it, don't expect for me to fight it for you. Cause if you ain't willing to fight for yourself and you ain't ready to stand up for yourself, I know damn well you ain't gonna stand up for me. So I'm saying, so I can't even depend on you. So I'm saying, but stop talking about, oh, we at war and you ain't ready to go to no war. Politically, socially, economically, culturally, don't talk about it if you really ain't about that life, then don't talk about it. Don't try to get nobody else amped up. Don't try to tell the next person about what the hell we need to be doing. Because if you ain't ready to get out here in these streets and stand up against these injustices and fight up against these folks in the ways that you say you want, that they need to be fought up against, don't think that you're going to be able to watch all this shit go down on TV in the comforts of your own home and root for us like this a damn sport. This ain't no sport. Some of us done did real time. I did 13 years, so I already been to hell. It ain't really much of shit that they could do to me outside of go ahead and put my ass in the ground, and that shit ain't gonna be easy neither. So what I'm saying is that if you really care about what's going on, you might as well get ready, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of our woes. And as long as you keep sitting around acting like this shit is sweet, it gonna keep getting worse. Because anytime a homosexual feel like they can just get up and make a homosexual superhero in the black community and sell it to us like it's legitimate, I'ma start looking at the people. I ain't just looking at Lee Daniels. I'm not just looking at the little homosexual that he got talking about that he gonna play super bitch. Super bitch. Super bitch. Okay then. You know who I'ma start looking at? I'ma start looking at the people that's not saying nothing about it. I'ma start looking at the people that's supporting it, the people that don't got no type of protest or resistance, the people that's acting like it ain't going on. Just as suspect. Just as suspect. Because if you don't see nothing wrong with it, I'ma think something wrong with you. That's all I got to say. And I'm telling you, they are homosexualizing the image of black manhood. Got us looking real weak out here. That's exactly why they feel like they can jump on the black woman ass out here and whoop her ass all up and down these streets. That's exactly why you see we got black children in these preschool, got white nasty hoes, and that's what I'ma call them. Cause that's all a white bitch is a hoe. Okay? If you don't like that kind of language in warfare, get out the battlefield. Cause that's what a white bitch is. All white bitches, all white women are white bitches. Okay? That word is reserved for crackers. If they want to kick me off Facebook, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, cause Facebook don't make or break me, I'ma say what the fuck I want to say. Now, when it comes down to it, they in these schools grabbing and snatching our children's hair, you know what I'm saying? Pulling our little girl's hair, stepping to the black woman, whooping her ass in these damn nail salons, kidnapping them, beating their ass. Why you think they doing it? They doing it because they looking at the black man like, we ain't shit. Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. We could just pull up and look at what happened to the sister, LaPortia Watson. Even though she didn't stand up and tell the damn truth about who really shot her damn car up and let them remix the whole narrative. But anyway, anytime the enemy loses respect for the men of the opposition in a battlefield, you might as well watch out. But I tell you one thing, you better tighten up. Don't lighten up. You ain't got to follow me. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to support me. Because this shit ain't about me. This is about your children. When your sons and your grandsons and your uncles and when your little boys in your family is running around talking about, I'm super bitch, maybe you'll think about, well, damn, maybe I should have did something, whatever I could have did. You're compromising. Compromising on your job, compromising in your family, compromising in your social lives, and you're hiding. You know who all of these culprits are in the community, and you're letting that shit ride. Compromising in the prisons, because I done been in the prisons with the black man, and I saw firsthand how nasty y'all Negroes is getting down in them prisons. Some of y'all Negroes in them prisons, everybody in prison ain't real. I'm telling you that from firsthand experience. I was in there for 13 years. A lot of guys think that because if they get some head from another man, that you're not a homosexual. You're a homosexual. If you let another man put their mouth on you in any kind of way, in any kind of sexual way, if you're masturbating, thinking about another man, watching another man, you're a homosexual. If you're fantasizing about another man in any kind of way, I didn't even so much to take my shirt off in prison to work out, because you don't never know who might be a homosexual. Y'all be going to them gyms, everybody want to go to the gym. You better keep your shirt on, because you never know. Just because he buff and got muscles and got tattoos, you don't know if he might, hey, boy, you looking good. Boy, you beefing up. He might be sizing you up. He might like you. Yeah, he might like it. He might go home and masturbate thinking about you. So while you're out here in these streets trying to look sexy, thinking you look good, trying to show off your little chest, you might want to be careful. Because get what? You might just end up in a homosexual fantasy. You thinking that you on social media, modeling, trying to catch you a female, you might have just as many males looking at you than you got females. That's the kind of times we living in. So you need to wake up. You got a lot of guys that's locked up that got wives and children that's in prison giving head. They giving the head and they taking the head. And they going in the visitation room, kissing you in your damn mouth, kissing your babies in the mouth. That's what they doing. I'm telling you that because I seen it going down. Every week you got homosexuals in prison dorms all across America getting paid the service of the men every week. Homosexuals damn near run the prisons. They run the administrations. And one thing about a homosexual, they know exactly who they had sex with. If a guy come to me in prison and say, man, they said that I'm sleeping with the boys. I'm like, well, all you got to do is go talk to the homosexual that they saying you sleeping with. Because one thing about a devil know who they dancing with. A devil know who they dancing with. So you can lie all you want. You got a lot of dudes that acting like they real just because they been in prison. That don't mean shit. Because one thing about it, if it's a homosexual out here in these streets that you don't put your stuff in their mouth, you better believe they know about it. And they gonna tell on you. So, y'all need to tighten up. If you're a black man, promote black manhood in your families. If your son is a homosexual, get him out the house. Get him out the house. He ain't supposed to be living there no more. If you want to be a homosexual, you got to take care of yourself. And if your wife don't support you and you ain't strong enough to put your foot down, you ain't no man. And if your wife is supporting her son being a homosexual, then she ain't no real black woman. You ain't got nothing beside you. The black man and the black woman got to stand up together against this bullshit. Now, like I said, you might not like what I'm saying. I don't argue with homosexuals. So if you're a homosexual and you don't like what I'm saying, do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna argue with you on social media. And if you see me in the street, all you got to do is handle your business. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Black men got to stand up. We got to support one another. And we got to respect one another. And we got to make sure that this bullshit don't go down. And like I said, if you're a homosexual and you don't like what I'm saying, the best thing you could do is keep it moving. Because I already know how y'all fight. I I already know how y'all fight. I got plenty of experience, prison experience, to know how to deal with your ass. So the best thing you can do, I ain't no scholar. I ain't never came and told you I'm your educator. I come from the same streets that y'all come from. So now I done did the time. I know how you get out. If you don't like what I'm saying, the best thing you can do is keep it moving. Cause I'm willing to go as far as you ready to go with that bullshit. And got to know I mean that shit. So stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I'm talking to the people that agree with me. So I'm saying, if you don't like what I'm saying, like I said, when you see me, handle your business. It could be anywhere you want it to be. At the store, at the barber shop, at the stopping light, at the red light, wherever you want it to go, all you got to do is make your move. Cause I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Black men, you need to make sure that you don't let your children go see that damn movie called Super Bitches. And my last word is that if y'all thinking that all black men are some super bitches, I guarantee you one thing. You gonna run up on the wrong black men, and you gonna find out, Mr. Lee Daniels, that all of us ain't bitches.